Hi families, as we wrap up our unit on addition and subtraction, I thought I'd take a minute and show you kind of our subtraction strategy, because I know it's probably different from the way that you and I learned it when we were in school. So here I have an equation set up, 437 minus 152, and down below I've built my total, 437, with place value blocks. Now in third grade, we've moved past place value blocks, but some students are still needing them in order to subtract correctly. And so if you see your student drawing squares, lines, and dots, this is what they represent. So a hundreds block has 100 little squares in it. And you can see there that 100 squares would fit inside that block. The rod has 10 ones inside of it. And then the ones are just standalone units. So when we're subtracting, the first thing that we have our students do is take that total number 437 and break it down into its values, 437. And we're going to be subtracting 152 from it. So we're going to break that down into its values as well, 152. And we create 3 separate subtraction sentences. Now, it might seem like a lot of extra work, and right now it is an extra step. In fourth grade, they'll start to work on the standard algorithm the way that we learned it, but we want them to see the inner workings of the numbers and how they're related to one another. And this will be very important. Their understanding of place value and all of that, it will be very important when they start working on algebra in the higher grades, starting in 4th and 5th grade, and then even on into middle school. So it's important that we break those numbers down and have an understanding of what that 3 actually is, okay? And so on. So I have 437 minus 152 set up, and I'm going to start subtracting over here. So 7 take away 2 is 5, and students that are still using place value might take their marker or pen and mark off 2 of those. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here and see that we have a sticky situation, or a sticky spot as we call it. We have 3 10s and we need to take away 5 10s. Well, if we have 3 10s, we can only take away 3 10s. So we need some more 10s, and we're going to do that by borrowing from the hundreds place. So we'll move 100 over into our tens place. And if I can find the right button here, we'll split that up, and you can see that our 100 becomes tens. Okay, and it's 10 tens, so we are adding 100 to 30. A lot of students get confused when they're using the standard algorithm, and they'll change that 3 10s into 4 10s. But with that place value block shows us that we are actually adding 100 to our 10s, so we have 130, and now we can subtract 50 from that. So again, students might cross those off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then count to see how much they have left. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10s left over. Okay, 8 10s or 80. And you can see that we brought that 100 over. So now instead of 400, we have 300. Sorry, a little sloppy there. And 300 take away 100 is going to leave me with 200. So we have 285 left over. All right, and you can probably see in this expanded form model the beginnings of the standard algorithm, where we're actually borrowing from and adding in that 10, right? So it's just kind of that stepping stone into the standard algorithm so that they're prepared to learn it in 4th grade. Hopefully that helps you understand the models that we're using and can help your student at home with any work that they might be doing.